All right, welcome back inside our Proactive studio. And joining me now is Nader Porhassan, the CEO of CytoDyn. And Nader, it's great to see you again. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thank you, Steve, for having me.
So we thought we'd do a few updates on what's going on with the company. First off, give me an update on what's happening as far as COVID-19.
So as we announced recently, we will be looking at the data by stopping the CD10 being our mild to moderate COVID-19 phase 2 trial. We believe with that analysis being ready, hopefully by the early part of July, before mid-July, because once we stop the trial on June 15, it would take 2 weeks for the last patient to have the data. Then it will take probably a couple of weeks to get the analysis done and let the world know that we hit our primary endpoint or not. But that's not the only thing we're doing. The very exciting trial for us is the critical patients. Keep in mind, these patients are intubated. They could die. And we have seen in our emergency IND data how we could impact that population, anecdotal data. But with that said, we will have already ordered to our people that whoever was enrolled before beginning of this month, in the next 4 weeks, they will have their primary endpoint for that patient. So 51 patient data will be analyzed as an interim analysis for critical population. If the difference between placebo and control is very, very strong, that means people probably died in placebo and they didn't and the active arm. If that happens, we believe we will have approval, but we will have 2 set of data to give to FDA in mid-July.
All right. Well, we'll look forward to hearing more about that in the coming months. You also had an update recently for BLA. So tell me about that one.
So the FDA is in discussions with us. They have questions. We have answered them. So we are hoping to get the PDUFA date, the date that they will say we could get approval for. And that date should be coming hopefully soon. It's usually 60 business days after you submit your BLA. But we also had the discussion with the agency just as a few days ago, very, very positive discussions. Dr. Jay Lalezari was very happy with the discussions. I was delighted to see that the agency wants to really help us to enroll fast as we can in COVID-19, and they allow us to relax the inclusion criteria in few items that they could. And we're delighted to have that data, have our BLA going forward. But everybody should keep in mind, when you submit a BLA, biologic license application, that means you're submitting a complete package for safety. For COVID-19, there is no difference between safety of that package or any other package. Most of the drugs out there, they don't have safety. They have to do a lot of studies to make sure it's safe. That we have 900 patients, and that data set is part of our BLA. But with COVID-19 efficacy, all we have to do is show that, and I think we should be good to go.
So you obviously have a lot of certain steps that you still have to take, but I'm wondering about licensing. Has there been discussions about licensing agreements yet?
Absolutely. We have more licensing discussion now than ever. And we are obviously much closer to approval for HIV than we have ever been. With all that said, we also signed a non-binding agreement for distribution of the product, as I had told the public. We are going to discuss. Now, people should know that when you have a non-binding agreement signed, maybe we don't agree with them. Maybe we go through the due diligence and then everything falls apart. But we don't have one interested party for distribution of product for COVID-19. We have very strong 4 or 5 different people who are organizations that want to distribute this product, and they realize that we probably could get approval very quickly.
Well, it sounds like things are happening quite rapidly at CytoDyn. Nader, thank you so much for sharing some time with us, and we look forward to talking to you again real soon.
Thank you for having me, Steve.
All right, Nader Porhassan, the CEO of CytoDyn.